It's not uncommon for people to remarry later in life. And we're all really pleased and happy when we see that sparkle in the eye and that love. From an estate planning perspective though, one of the things I always look at is and think to myself is, I hope they have an estate plan. I hope they've seen an estate planning lawyer. And so that's the practicality of being an estate planning lawyer. But let me share with you a particular situation that might help you understand why it's so important to see an estate planning lawyer if there has been a remarriage. So I was involved in a case where the gentleman was in his 70s and he remarried, and he had been remarried for a couple of years. And what he wanted was, and you know, a later in life marriage isn't necessarily the situation where you really want to provide for your new spouse, because you know they're later in life and they already have their own assets too oftentimes. So what happened in this case was he wanted to provide for his grandchildren, for their education. He was an educator, and he wanted his biggest asset, which was his 403B account, to go to his grandkids, to a trust. And that's what his will said. So unfortunately though, he didn't go to an estate planning lawyer who specialized in estate planning. So you got to give the guy credit. He did try. He just went to a lawyer that wasn't skilled enough to realize that you cannot direct your 403B through your will. Your 403B is going to go to whomever you put on your beneficiary designation, and add to it that if you get remarried, so that you now are in a different situation, you're no longer single, you are married. His particular plan said that the spouse received all of the 403B. Didn't matter that it was all accumulated well before they got married. It didn't matter that they'd only been married for a couple of years. All that mattered was that after he got married, he did not contact the financial institution to change the beneficiary designation to pay to his grandkids' trust. So since he did nothing after he got married to change anything on the 403B, the 403B's plan's default language said that if you're married, it goes to your spouse. So that brand new spouse got virtually the entirety of his estate. So not only do you need to make sure that you think about these things and go to a lawyer, go to the right lawyer who has that expertise on estate planning.